Good evening, you guys. I give y'all the opportunity to start logging on. We'll be on for like an hour, maybe like an hour. Um, because I know y'all gotta go to work in the morning. And I know I gotta I'm gonna be at the office. I don't have to be there real early, but I gotta be there. But I know y'all gotta be at work, so I'm going to give everybody the opportunity to start getting the notifications and start to logging on. How y'all doing tonight? Who is here? Let's see. I see Miss Shirley. I see Miss Diane. I see Phenomenal Black Woman. I see Ison. Hello, you guys. How are you guys doing tonight? I said we'll be on for like an hour. How about that? We'll be on for like an hour. Because I know y'all got to get up and go to work in the morning. Hey, Daryl. Hey, Miss Diane Brown. Kimberly. How is everybody doing tonight? Hey, Tam08. Y'all know my phone died over there at the office today. It just shut off. I said, Lord Jesus, it just shut on off when I was on live today. But it was so hot in that office today. It didn't make no sense. Y'all know the weather has been. Yes, you guys, please hit the like button. Hey, Natty Rose, Robbie Murray. The weather is definitely bipolar. But I got a long day tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think it's a process, Daryl. I think it's going to be a process because so many people, quite a few people was involved, and I think even after the Young Dolph's case, all of the people that originally was involved is gotten. I think it's gonna be a lot of twist because it's people that has gotten involved in the Young Dolph's case just based on just getting in, trying to help to cover up. It's like these vloggers. Some of these vloggers, I'm telling you, doing anything for some money. I guess they feel like their job is to get on here and try and run anybody off that dares to say anything about CMG. I think a lot of them know that um, that the feds are watching them because some of them just flat out was plotting murder. They was hired to be on here and be hitters. I know it sounds outlandish. I could not believe in myself. I couldn't believe in myself. And they still doing it. Some of them, they wiretapping. They doing a whole lot of stuff on here. Like I absolutely could not believe it. Somebody was running something down to me yesterday. I absolutely cannot believe the stuff that people do. It's this. Oh, it's it would be scary. You know what I mean? That people are so desperate. Um, but what I will say is, you guys make sure you have your VPNs on. These folks making a lot of money. They getting your mother's information. They getting everybody's information. Trying to go get vehicles and stuff all up in their names and houses and credit cards and all of that. So make sure if y'all have older parents, because it's easier for them to, once they get your information, to get your relatives. That's what the FBI is cracking down on. These folks gonna be looking at a lot of time. They don't think that they are because they've been scamming for so long. But make sure if with for you all, like your relatives and things of that nature, run your relatives credit. Um change your yeah, change your Wi-Fi passcodes and stuff on a regular. Change have your Wi-Fi companies to change your Wi-Fi names, your networking names on a regular. Have them to run checks to make sure that the networks have not been compromised. If you think that your phone and stuff, because it's easy for them to wiretap, they got hackers listening in on your conversations, right? So when you get ready to have that check, go on over there to the police department and get them involved, because what they'll do is they'll work with the FBI on that. These folks sick. When I tell you they sick, it's some of it is absolutely unbelievable. I'm absolutely my breath is just taken away about how desperate people are and what they'll do. Okay. So when they do that, people that do that, they are killed too. You know what I mean? So you need to stay strapped up at all times. Hey, Shantae Petty, they think that they're gonna get away with it, but just that's you have to let them think that, right? Anyways, you guys, Blac Youngsta and CMG, they got their own troubles going on. I can't understand why some of these vloggers on here caping for them like that. You know what I mean? Let's see. Dara Brown says, "Where's Lucia? I never got an email from." She may log on tonight. I'm giving. Okay, so we got 81 people on. You guys, make sure you hit the like button as you come in. I wanted to talk about Blac Youngsta. You guys know that I did. Hey, new to you. Hello, everyone. Hey, Nisa Sanders. If I miss anyone, Tone Sam, um, Shantae Pretty. Um, if I missed anybody, I apologize. Did I say Sonia? Um, Nisi, Sherry, Tamo 8. I think I got everybody up top. Okay. I wanted to talk about, of course, Blac Youngsta. You guys know I did a video earlier talking about, Blac Youngsta, and y'all know Blac Youngsta's talking about he gonna write a book, and somebody done crossed him. Well, he did another. I want to show y'all this. He did another post. I want to share it before he take it down, child. Hold on, here it is right here. 12 hours ago, he says, trying they best to blackball me and S, but they can't block a giant. And I was just wondering. I was like, I wonder who Blac Youngsta's talking about. I wonder who trying to blackball him. I'm trying to see. Hold on. Okay, he posted that after I did the video earlier. So, I mean, it seems like he's in his feelings. Said Blac Youngsta, it is our worst enemy. It seems like he is in his feelings. Now, some people seem to think that he's just running a play so that he can, get some people to listen to his album and stuff. I don't know. But it seems to me, yeah, Blac Youngsta is his own worst enemy. Blac Youngsta is a wild card. And Ashley Nicole, that's what you came in here. You made that fake page to come in here and say that to me. Ashley Nicole, you made that fake page to come in here and say that. You sit in the bushes, don't it? And you wait for me to say something. And then you come in here and you finally get the courage to come up out the bushes. Okay. Just to say that. Okay. Okay. Ashley Nicole, you're gonna have to go make another account. I know you probably got about, 50 or 60 more of them. Okay. I know you got about 50 or 60 more of those accounts. Okay. Um, but we just gonna block all of them. We just gonna block all of them tonight. You pathetic, Ashley Nicole. You pathetic. Okay. And your mother should have swallowed you. Okay. Stay off of my stuff. Don't come on here talking about free no JoJo Splat. You know why? If JoJo Splat got a bond, if y'all want him free, how come y'all ain't went down there and got him out? Yeah, you coming over here talking about free him. We're not gonna give you no money to get him out. So why you over here on my channel? You ain't helping him by talking about freeing. Why don't y'all get some money up and go get him out? Get some money up and go get him out. Don't come over here talking about freeing him because we not gonna support. We ain't supporting that. We ain't gonna give you no money on this bond. Instead of being over here trolling, y'all need to be out there trying to sell some fish plates or something to try to get him out. He got a bond, so y'all ain't no good to him. Okay, but anyways, I digress. Trolling dogs. Anyways, you guys, I digress. Okay, they would try to come in here. Yeah, need to be trying to sell some fish plates. Try to raise some money to get him out. He been had a bun for the longest. Every time he could free JoJo Splat. What you coming over here talking about free JoJo Splat for? We don't want him free. So he can steal some more cars. Hang out on parking lots watching folks being popped. Okay. Go on now. Leave me alone. And I bet that I'm willing to bet that was a dude. But then I don't know. Some of these women, they be doing a lot of trolling. Anyways, you guys. See, they think it's funny because they think they're getting away with this hacking, and they be making a fool out of these black folks on here too. We know how to hack. Oh, you know how to hack? We can get their information. I can run them off, and I can be the only one talking about it. They making sure they get them involved. Okay, they making sure they get them involved so that they can hide behind them, just like somebody had already did. Oh, it wasn't me. They asked me to hack you because they know I went to the FBI. They threw the other person that asked them. They was the hacker through the person that asked them to do it up on the bus. That's how they do it. No better for these cuckabug heads. They deserve every bit of it. Okay. Okay. Blac Youngsta done paid his people to come over here and start trolling. He done paid his people to come over here and start trolling. I told y'all. They get in here and start trolling. Blac Youngsta mad. We know Blac Youngsta be paying y'all. Okay. We know he pay y'all. But y'all just block him. They said JoJo Splat don't have a bond. I mean, evidently y'all ain't truly for JoJo Splat because it says his bond is $175,000. I mean, that's a bond. So that's public information. So evidently you can't read groundhog. You need to go back in the ground. You need to take your hog head and dig it back down in the ground. Okay, groundhog, go right back down there and put your hog head back in the ground. Okay, because evidently you can't read. It says that his bond is $175,000. So you couldn't be for JoJo Splat. It just goes to show somebody has paid you to be a troll and you just jump and see y'all on them perks and on that meth. Go back into the meth house. Okay, go put your hog head back in the ground, groundhog. Okay, because it's full of that dirt. Okay, hog head, go put your hog head back in the ground, because it says that his bond is $175,000. See, when somebody tell y'all to go and troll, y'all just jump right on it. Okay, y'all just jump right on it. Okay, if y'all really knew, if y'all was really wanting him free, you would know that his bond was $175,000. Y'all need to be out there trying to sell some fish plates. He been had a bond for the longest. Y'all need to be out there selling fish plates and t-shirts. Okay? Fish and slaw and t-shirts. And trying to get him out. Okay? Because he been sitting up for the longest. Okay? So when they start coming in here, you right, because what they want to do is see Blac Youngsta is mad. Okay? We already know he pays people to get on here. So when they come in, block them. Just block them. Okay? Don't put them in timeout. They come in here trolling, block them. Make them, go in and use about 150 pages tonight. We got time tonight, okay? See, they be getting mad when you talk about Blac Youngsta. Okay? Okay? And it goes to show that they don't know anything about the court system. Okay? Because when they sitting up talking about hell to state, people have been, their cases are held to state all the time. Whitney Cuckoo Head, their cases are held to state all the time and they can still get out on a bond. So you need to talk something that you know. Okay, you need to talk something that you know. You need to figure out what held to state means. Okay, but anyways, you guys, let's talk about Blac Youngsta. Okay, let's talk about Blac Youngsta. So Blac Youngsta says that he's being blackballed. Who is he talking about? Because see, they don't want me to talk about Blac Youngsta. Okay, Blac Youngsta is okay. He says he's being blackballed, and a lot of people, you know, you hear a lot of people saying, that they think that it could be Gotti, it could be CMG that he's into it with. I don't know. From looking at CMG's page, okay, from looking at CMG's page, we saw that they did share, um, that they did share his album. They did share that he had an album coming out or whatever, but they haven't. I don't know it, but they shared it one time, and so he kind of went on a rant. He posted some stuff this morning. And like I said, some people tend to think that he's only creating this buzz, trying to make people think that something is going on so that people can buy his album. I don't know though. I tend to think that it's something that's really going on. I do. I tend to think that there is something really going on. Because Blac Youngsta, um, I just think something is going on. Okay. Okay. Um, don't come in here. Y'all stay off of mine. We know that Blac Youngsta is paying y'all to come in here. Blac Youngsta has trolls, okay? Blac Youngsta has trolls. Okay, if he ain't got no bond, okay, if y'all say he ain't got no bond, he ain't got no bond. But what I'm looking at, he got a bond. Okay. I'm looking at it and it says that he has a bond. If he ain't got no bond, good. That's even better. So what they need to do is what I'm looking at, they need to update it because from what I'm looking up at, it says he's got $175,000 bond. From what I'm looking at, if he ain't got no bond, even better. That makes me feel a whole lot better knowing that he don't. Okay, and what? Am I supposed to? I'm not investigating this case. You supposed to be a better investigator. I'm not investigating this case. They ain't paying me to investigate it. I go to the public site. It say he's got $175,000 bond. Okay. That's what it say from what I'm looking at. Okay. Yeah. $175,000. Okay. And a court date for March the 6th. If he ain't got no bond, hey, if y'all looking at another system, okay, and they say he ain't got no bond, I wouldn't care. But from what I'm looking at, the public system that I'm looking at, it's saying that he's got one. But either way it go, why don't instead of y'all coming over here messing with me, don't be saying free him over here. Go pay on that bond. That 170. If he got another bond, it ain't showing. Why don't y'all go pay on that bond instead of coming over here? Because we ain't gonna help you to pay on it. We're not gonna help you sell no fish place. We ain't gonna sell no t-shirts, no none of that. If they saying that he ain't got no bond, good. He don't need no bond because all he know how to do is steal cars. Okay. Now what? Okay, people think they got you. Oh, you don't. Oh, you don't know. You don't know. Okay, you blocked. Okay. They got about 250. I mean, this is what they are paid to do. It's something about when I started talking about the FBI is getting ready to get them for that hacking. I don't know if Blac Youngsta has paid him, but I think it's that hacking. Because they have pages. It's that hacking. Every time I started talking about that hacking and how they get ready to go down for all this hacking they've been doing, it sets them off. I'm telling you, it sets them off. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I'm blocking so fast. I think I might have blocked the wrong person. Let me see. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Okay, I think I had blocked somebody I wasn't intending to. So who is Blac Youngsta talking about, you guys? We know, that he's been throwing out subliminals. Do you all think that, do you all think that he's trying to create a buzz? Okay. Because he's trying to, you start putting some stuff into the atmosphere, it gets people to paying attention. Because let's just be for real, we have not really heard people say a whole lot about his album. I mean, I haven't heard a whole lot of people say a lot about his album. We know that Key Glock's album is blazing. Key Glock seems to be people talking about how hard his album is. I'm not saying that Blac Youngsta's album isn't hard. I'm just saying that, a whole lot of people has a bad taste in their mouth as it relates to Blac Youngsta, right? Simply because of, I think it's one thing when you speculate that a person has done something, but it's another thing, okay, when a person has just been completely distasteful, okay, and how he completely, trolled, the death of young Dolph. And I think that just kind of put a bad taste in a whole lot of people's mouths as it relates to Blac Youngsta, okay? Rest in peace, Young Dolph says, Miss T, Blac Youngsta album ain't do too good. His single, he dropped off. It ain't even a hit, a million. It ain't even hit a million. He know when spoke on Dolph, the people stopped messing with. Absolutely. And that's what I'm talking about. Right. He said Glock #1 right now, I think. If he ain't #1, he get ready to be, because Glock's album is absolutely blazing. And so that's the reason why I decided to do this video tonight. I was like, when I looked and I saw that he had posted something else, talking about they had blackballed him. I was like, I wonder who he's talking about. Is he talking about the industry is trying to blackball him? Or is he, has some people in his camp? Because he was talking about some people had crossed him and things of that nature. Who is he talking about? And so it kind of leaves people to believe that maybe Yo Gotti, he's mad at, Yo Gotti and them. I don't know. I kind of feel in my spirit, I kind of feel that there is something there, although I don't know if that is completely directed at them. But it do seem like, because there is no buzz as it relates to his album. So it would appear that something is going on, if nothing else, it's karma. Has karma come back to shake him down? Because I mean, just a little while ago, we know that when young Dolph was assassinated, how distasteful he was. And I would have to say, allegedly, if he wasn't involved, he wanted for people to believe that he was involved. He went dissing him a few weeks after he was assassinated. And I think a lot of the funders, as it relates to CMG, didn't know, even though they put all types of vloggers and things of that nature out on the internet strong, talking about hits, talking about, trolling, trying to scare people off. It didn't work. You still had a lot of people that pushed through. They was talking about this young Dolph's case, talking about how distasteful it was. I mean, it's still a lot of righteous people, and they stood for what was right. Okay, and so people are still, so to speak, mad at him and Yo Gotti him still. Okay, and a lot of people feel like it, because I'm one of them. They kind of put him out there. Um, they kind of pushed him out there, right? So that all of that negative energy, I think they put that battery in his back so that all of that negative energy could be directed at him. Okay. Um, and I truly believe, even though some people might think it's a marketing employee to sell albums, I kind of believe that there is actually something really going on, because I understand that you have to reap what you sow. I think karma has come back to shake him down. But hey, he ain't gonna be he's not the only one that karma gonna shake down. But I just kind of believe that, a lot of people are reaping what they sow. He's getting the opportunity. Okay. He's getting the opportunity to see that a lot of people, okay, that I believe that he thought was going to have his back one way or the other. He's getting the opportunity to see that a lot of those people are not for him. We can't pull up JoJo Splat payable bond, because I don't give a damn if he get out or not. If he ain't got no bond, good. The streets of Memphis will be safer. Hell, if he got one, it don't need to be paid. If he don't got one, that makes me feel better. Okay, good. Thank you for telling me that. So what I'm looking at is saying that he's got a bun. Whatever y'all looking at, y'all say he ain't got no bun. Good. Now the people that live in the city of Memphis and around Memphis can rest better. Okay. Anyways, so thank y'all for telling me that. Greyface says, and if Youngster think he can go on tour with a album that flopped, he's stupid. Right. That's true. And he's getting the opportunity to see that. You know, he said trying their best to blackball me and S, but they can't block a giant. So who is he talking about trying to block him? You know, he didn't say, you know, that the you know, the fans or the citizens was trying to, because all the citizens got to do is just not buy his stuff. That ain't blackballing him. That's just not supporting him. But who is trying to blackball him? It means when he say blackball, that means, you know, folks ain't playing his stuff. Okay. So what y'all think is going on with that? That's what I want us to get on here and talk about, you know, because like I said, some people think it is a marketing strategy, but I think that there is something going on. I believe, or I know that it has gotten real. And as I have always said from day one, nobody is getting away with what they did to Young Dolph. Nobody is getting away with that. Okay. I believe that karma has come back to shake him down. And I don't think that Blac Youngsta is handling it too well. You know, I don't. So when people start talking about they gonna write books and things of that nature, oftentimes that is a scare tactic. Okay. That's a scare tactic. Child, you know, Big Bang Wayne been out for about 3 weeks, been very quiet as church mouse. Miss Diane said, why is he crying now when they did everything to blackball Pre? Treat people how you want to be treated and things just might absolutely. And I'm glad that you said that, Miss Diane, because you know the word was that whenever any of them went into clubs, they would tell the DJ not to play any of pre-artist songs at all. Yo Gotti was paying to, and see, that's what a lot of people don't know. You know, when folks said, well, Dolph did all that talking, people don't know what was going on behind the scenes. Okay. Hey, Randy Barnes. A lot of people don't know what was going on behind the scenes. Okay. And what was going on behind the scenes is, hey, back Capricorn. Yo Gotti was trying to get Young Dolph blackballed. Okay, they was telling, you know, they was paying people not to play his stuff. Hey, Demon, they was paying people not to play his stuff, and Young Dolph was getting word of that, like they was doing quite a bit to him. Okay, when you hear Young Dolph talking about, you know, I heard you try to put the police on me, folks just saw him going off and screaming. You see what I'm talking about? People was getting Young Dolph word that folks was trying to drop dimes on him, right? And so it was extremely frustrating to him. And so the first thing people say, well, what did God say to him? He never said anything to him. Well, he was slicker with it. He would get people to do his dirty work, and then he would do stuff behind the scenes. And so Young Dolph would get on camera and let it be known, and it made it look like, you know, that Young Dolph was the problem. You know what I mean? When people slick like that, they do stuff behind the scenes. It always make the other person who they're actually doing it to look like they are the problem, right? So that is exactly what was going on, you know. But now Blac Youngsta is saying, hey, Lady Red. Now Blac Youngsta is saying, you know, he's being blackballed. Well, it seems like the chickens have come home to roost. That's what it seems like to me. And not only that, but all of them little dudes, they sitting up, want to come in here talking about JoJo Spat. Good. They say JoJo Spud ain't got no bond. Good. I'm glad he ain't got no bond. Okay, because I'm looking at where it say he got a bond. They say he ain't got no bond. That makes me feel better. Some of these folks that got these new cars can keep their cars a little bit longer without them being stole. Okay, because we know him and CEO Bobby was the ones that was out there around the Memphis area, the main ones stealing cars. So that makes me feel better. Okay, so they thought they was making me feel a certain way about JoJo Spud. No, that makes me feel better. Okay. And even if he did have a bond, because I'm looking at it says he's got a bond. Okay. And even if he did have one, they couldn't pay it. Okay. They couldn't pay it. So that's how you know it's some of the, but anyways, we're gonna get into that. It's some of these hackers that have been paid by CMG to come on here. I hope these hackers ready to go to jail though. For CMG to see how they done turn their back on Blac Youngsta, what they think that they gonna do for them. I believe Blac Youngsta trolling too because he pushing independence when he signed to two whole labels, but people talking about Dolph lied about being independent. They the liars. Yeah. So rest in peace, Young Dolph said. If you're gonna thank you, you guys, make sure y'all hit the like button. Okay. And then shout out to JoJo Splat them. I gotta give them a shout out because they the ones that really helped to solve the Dolph's case because they jumped on line when Young Dolph was assassinated and pointed the FBI in the right direction. So we got to give them their props for that. Okay. They pointed the FBI straight to them and everybody that was involved. Okay. So we ain't mad at JoJo Splat. Street Politics TV says that man nobody. Randy Martin says they sent themselves to jail. The more and more that comes out makes us shake. His, I'm telling you. Shout out to JoJo Splat them. Okay? Because they pointed the FBI in the right direction. DK Daddy, those trolls have been hitting hard time. We've been blocking them. Just go ahead and block them. I guess they thought they was making me feel a certain way because I went on the inmate lookup and saw that he had a bond. Okay. He ain't got no bond. Well, that's even better. Now me and all of the people in the Memphis and surrounding areas feel better knowing he ain't got one. Because we was mad about that. Okay. You guys make sure y'all hit the like button. It is over 200 people in here. We only got 83 likes. Y'all, let's run it up. Run the likes up. We need over 100 likes. Keep hitting the like button. That helps to keep the video in the algorithm. That helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Come on, y'all. Help to get me over 100 likes. Hit the like button. It's 222 people in here. Just keep hitting the like button and run the likes up. That's what helps to keep the video in the algorithm. I thought Gotti had more sense. Laugh out loud. Down goes CMG and Pre still buying jewelry. Glock still dropping new. Long live Flipper. Yeah, what they tried to do, they couldn't stop it. What they tried to do to Young Dolph. And I think it's sad though that it had come to this. But at the same time, Blac Youngsta is getting a wake up call, right? Blac Youngsta is getting a wake up call. And he's having the opportunity, even if this is a marketing scheme, it is still prophecy, because in the end, it's going to happen. Anyways, they're going to end up falling out because it's going to get real. They understand that nobody is getting away with what happened to young Dolph. Nobody is getting away with that. Okay. Um, and I think it's starting to frustrate them. It's unfortunate that some of them feel like they are supposed to um, be able to get away with what they did to young Dolph. Kill young Dolph and get away with it. Okay. Shabir says when being a pawn gets real, well, it's definitely getting real. It's definitely getting real. It has already gotten real. Um, as it relates to them, I'm gonna be in the bay tomorrow evening. I'm gonna have to tap in with you soon. P. What's your IG? Joe Loves God said he's saying that Gotti and Juke only care about themselves. Everyone else is collateral damage. Absolutely. Absolutely. First of all, I don't understand, and this is just me now, how they ever thought that they could do what they did to him. And I'll say allegedly, but we know what it is. And to be able to do a human being like that and nothing happened. Didn't they know that, I always mention that scripture. God says, you know, he didn't think he would be the fall guy after killing Dolph. Right. The Bible says they come at you one way and they flee in 7 different ways. And I kept bringing that scripture up, and I've been bringing it up for months because I knew that this would happen. And basically, what that scripture means is they come at you one way. They all come at you at one accord, whether it's trying to assassinate you in one way or another. But when the authorities get on them, that means when God steps in and uses the people that He has put in place to bring justice to an injustice, because what they did to young Dolph was wrong. So when God steps in and use the people that He has in place, such as the Memphis police investigators, the FBI, because they all over this, they start scattering out. They flee in 7 different ways, which means they start scattering out and fighting with each other. They start getting confused and getting scared and fighting with each other, because God always confuses the language, right? Especially when it's chaos, they fighting with each other. That's the reason why, people say it's a marketing scheme, but I truly believe that that he is disgruntled. And if he ain't got an issue with him at this point, he will. He will. Okay. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. Is they touring in the city or near Memphis anytime soon? I think it's a darn shame. And I have to get on Memphis about this. That Key Glock is, he was Young Dolph's protege and all of that. And Key Glock does concerts in Nashville. He does concerts all around Memphis. He can't even do a concert in Memphis because unfortunately my city has that spirit of jealousy that sent out demon. If he come here to his own city thinking he gonna rock the city, we gonna kill him just like we did Dolph. It's a darn shame before God. It is. It's a shame before God how people can't even represent their city to the fullest. Okay, it's a darn shame. Now, what's going on with CMG? We see what's going on. We see what's going on with Blac Youngsta. I just don't think, and I don't mean no harm. I'm not trying to be too hard on Blac Youngsta. So I know Blac Youngsta them be listening to these videos and stuff, but I just don't believe Blac Youngsta got sense enough to sit on here and play like he mad. Okay, I just don't believe he's got that sense enough to do it. He's too much of a wild card. I believe something is going on. Okay. Um, Dogland Museum supposed to come to Memphis. The date not up yet. They some of the most fickle, scattered brain dead scabs that I've ever. I'm telling you. When they come to Memphis, I'm going to go because I'm about 6 hours from Memphis. Miss Tammy says he made that song in the graveyard about young Dolph. I can't feel sorry for him being blackballed. Blackboard, you reap what you sow. Miss Tammy, he's definitely gonna reap what he sowed. But not just him, all of them. Gotti gonna reap what he sowed. People always asking me, well, why you always on top of Gotti head? Because Gotti, it started with Gotti. Gotti had the power to stop all this, but he didn't do it. He know it was never supposed to go this far. He knows that. All he had to do was push stop. He didn't do that. And so Gotti one of those ones, he think he can hide behind, well, I can't tell a grown person what to do all the time, encouraging it. Encouraging the behavior. If he don't know how to control the people that's on his label, he don't need no label. I'm not gonna have a business and I can't control the people on nothing, on something. I build something and I can't control the people that I employ. They can't be affiliated with me. So either he was with it or he don't need no label. He too wimpy to have a label. It's one or the other. I tend to believe it's the other, that he was with it. Okay? That's what I tend to believe. Brandon Ross says Jay-Z put Gotti out his party saying I'm gonna tell you something. Somebody was telling me about some stuff that went on with that. And that's the reason why I say who's actually blackballing Blac Youngsta? Who do you all think is blackballing him? Because I heard some stuff about that. I can't, all I can say is that I heard it, um I don't know if it's true, but I heard some stuff about, at the Grammys and stuff, allegedly uh hey, Jay-Z act like he didn't see Yo Gotti or something like that. That's what somebody was telling me. So I don't know. It seems like if this is true, then Gotti is on the outs as it relates to Jay-Z. So if Jay-Z is telling Yo Gotti, that Blac Youngsta is bad for business, that's when that's what I was thinking about when I made this title also, especially when I saw him saying they trying to blackball me. That's why I say who is it that's trying to blackball him? Because we already know Gotti's loyalty is to himself. So if Jay-Z telling him that he's bad for business, do we think that he would turn on Blac Youngsta? Although we know he was the one that put the battery in Blac Youngsta's back. So of course Blac Youngsta would feel a certain way. This Negro was the one put me in this, put the battery in my back. Now somebody telling him I'm bad for business. I mean, it sounds about right to me. I don't know it, but it sounds about right. I don't think that person was telling those stories. Okay. Pernell says Jay-Z gave somebody a big eye. Hey, Letitia. Hey, Aaron Jones. Hey, Geraldine. Randy Barnes says the world watching Gotti go down as the biggest head Most popular rapper with no brains. I don't blame Jay-Z. Aunt Will says Bet Gotti can't put a bag on Jay-Z head. No, he can't put a bag on his head. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. If this stuff is real, and I tend to believe that it has some validity to it, and the reason I think that his disgruntledness, even if they think they're faking a little bit, I think he's feeling something because somebody said to me just the other day, if Pig starts to feel slighted, it's gonna be a problem. It- mm, I'm telling you. Um, hey Jeremy Broom, you doing okay? You guys make sure y'all hit the like button. It's Gotti and them blackballing BY. He did too much. I think so too, Letitia. I think that that's what it is, and I think his boss is going along with it. I think it would have been okay for him if Jay-Z and them had blackballed him, but for Gotti to want to ride the Jay-Z wave, I think that's the issue. That may be the issue, you know. Um, thank you. Well, I'm glad you're doing good, Jeremy. Yeah, because BY bipolar and he can't take rejection and being set down. Well, Blac Youngsta did this to himself. Y'all know I keep saying that. He did this to himself. Okay. Blac Youngsta never should have got in the midst of this. This was Gotti's beef. This was his beef. He had gone too far. He had gone too far, you guys. He took it too far. This never should have happened. It never should have happened. It went too far. And so hey, um I just think karma has come back around to shake some folks down. Okay. As I said, when them indictments drop, it's gonna shake up Memphis. Okay. It is. Um, I keep going back to Orange Mound Quet. And what happened to, I don't like to mention Orange Mound Quet's daughter. I don't like to say, well, what he did and that's why that happened to, I don't like to say stuff like that. So I'm not going to say that. What I would say, because the only thing I say about his daughter is rest in peace to his daughter, because she was a young woman, right? I wouldn't wish that upon anybody's child at all. Okay, not even my worst enemy. Um, but Orange Mound Quit had started. Orange Mound Quit has started. His tune has started changing a little bit, anyways. Before his daughter, was before his what's the word that I'm looking for? Before his daughter was assassinated, Orange Mound Quit was kind of fed to the wolves, by some of the same people. They had turned on him too. Okay. And so I just think that it's Blac Youngsta's turn. Hey, when it's not right, it can never be right. What they did to young Dolph was not right. What they did to him was not right. So, hey, you know, when they had turned on Orange Man Quit, I'm telling y'all what I know now. They hadn't turned on him. They started feeding him to the vlogs and everything. I'm telling y'all what's going on. What was going on. And somebody that would know told me that. Okay. Somebody that would know told me that. Joy Loves God says CMF is going in one direction and that is down. It bothers me. What bothers me is that, the Memphians loved Yo Gotti and the Memphians loved Young Dolph, right? And I keep talking about because I want us all to remember that we should have chosen, you know. And when I say that, folks say, well, you choosing Dolph. We should have chosen his life, of course. In 2017, when this stuff was going on, when they was trying to kill him in 2017, I keep reverting back to we should have chosen young Dolph. We should have chosen his life because it had gone too far. Okay, while y'all dissing on record, that's fine. That's cool. But when you start to when the best players at CMG got it on lock, got one of the best rosters. Well, that's your opinion, love. That's a matter of opinion, okay? That's a matter of opinion. I'm not gonna try to take your opinion away from you, just like you're not gonna take mine away. And we'll respect each other and keep it going, okay? But that's how you feel, not me, okay? But we should have chosen Young Dolph's life because when you start trying to kill somebody, you've taken it too far. And so the way that we as the public can control that is when these rappers do that and they start beefing, and then whoever they're beefing with, mishaps start happening to them, like Young Dog, like they start getting shot, and they find out that somebody that's affiliated with the label or the rapper that he is beefing with is involved. Okay. The way that we control that is we don't support that label, right? We don't support them. Okay, okay, Yo Gotti, y'all. Okay, now it's going too far. So now this is what we're gonna do. We're not gonna spend our dollars with CMG. How about that? Because if anything happens to Young Dolph, your career is over. And any artist that is affiliated with you, we can't support them. Because Yo Gotti came from an era, and I keep saying that, where he knows for a fact, and Juke too, because he's older than us all. Okay. Okay, Alicia, I will. I'll pray for you, hon. I will. I'll make sure that I do. He came from an era, okay, where he knows that rap was created through battle rapping, who was what's the word that I'm looking for? Who was swifter on the mic? Okay. Who would come back with the best diss on the mic, as they say on wax? But when your feelings and stuff start getting hurt and you can't handle somebody coming at you, they talking about he shouldn't have said nothing about Yo Gotti's baby mama. Yo Gotti's baby mama wasn't a virgin when he met her. She hadn't, I ain't no telling, she hadn't had boyfriends that she hadn't had before he even got with her. So you trying to tell me he was that sensitive that he wanted to take a man out because he said something about his baby mama? Tupac and Biggie did the same thing. Young Dolph said it was funny to him. So regardless to whether it was true or not, it seems to me that Young Dolph didn't take it seriously. But at the same time, I mean, hey, they tried to take his life. To me, that's worse than saying he slept with somebody's baby mama. A life is something that could never be gotten back. Young Dolph can never come back from their grave. And them Negroes know that. They was wrong. Okay? And so since they don't think that anything is wrong with it, they really shouldn't even be flourishing. We should not be buying anything they have, because that is the negative energy that they have put into the atmosphere. And they made all of these, that label, and I know they on here tonight, has single-handedly destroyed a whole generation. Okay? That's what they've done. They've put all of that negative energy into the atmosphere, and God can't slay them out fast enough, because that God get back worse than any get back. Blac Youngsta, I don't care who blackballing you. That God's shakedown ain't nothing nice. Okay. And that's something ain't none of them gonna be able to escape. God and money, no team he buy, no woman he buy. He can't put no hit on that. That's predestined and it's for an appointed time, and they already know it's coming. So all of this stuff that's going on, all of this friction that's going on, it's gotta happen like that. It's just gotta happen. It has to. Okay. Because that's what happens when you have to reap what you sow. So it's got to happen like that. Okay. But that usually always happens before the takedown. Okay. Because everybody that was involved in taking that 36-year-old man's life, who was a father, who was a son, who was a brother, who had millions of fans. Okay. That had worked hard to amass wealth just so he could be a father to his children. I was looking at when he was at his, when I was showing a video that I did last night of him when he was at his daughter's Ari's birthday, when he was painting with his kids, he was just like childlike. He was most vulnerable when he was with his children. And they took all that away. Some of these Negroes ain't seen their kids in 7, 8 years, and they out. They out walking around every day, slobbing and snot and stuff running all out their nose. I don't have nothing to do with my kid. I hate my baby mama. But young Dolph is the small percentage. He out there in the rap game, but he loving on his kids and taking care of his kids and his family. So his kids actually miss him. Some of these folks that's out here killing folks, if they die, their kids ain't gonna miss them because they don't see them. They might hate it, but they ain't gonna miss them because they're not in their lives. They find every excuse not to. So as much as they talk about how, black men need to be in their children's lives, they sitting up thinking that they can get mad, Blac Youngsta, and take a black man from his children, okay? Just because they mad. I used to go and look at Big Juke's page, because I didn't know who Big Juke was. And when I first started looking at Big Juke's page, I was like, dog, I wonder if this is the person that they're talking about. Maybe this ain't him. Okay. I was like, maybe this ain't him. Because he's real loving with his children. I said, no, maybe I'm on, because y'all know I don't be on Instagram like that. Okay. So I was like, this man it looks like he's very loving with his kids and his nephews and stuff. Myron Gibson, when you say how you know, how I know what? How I know what? Myron Gibson, how do I know what? What word is not law? What you talking about, Myron Gibson? What are you talking about? What word is not law? Because I've said a lot of words. So what you talking about? You need to tell me what's got you all up in arms. Okay? Because I be wanting to get an understanding of folks. Okay. Okay, he ain't said nothing else because I be wanting to get an understanding of what they're talking about. Because if you ain't here trolling, we're gonna block you. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. He got blocked. Okay, but see, a lot of people when they're, because I know it's late tonight, so a lot of them are probably on here. When you start talking about, you took a man from his children, okay? They know that what they did to him was wrong. They know what they did was wrong. But see, I'm gonna tell you something about people that are self-righteous and with slick got mental illnesses going on too. They don't like for nobody to tell them they're wrong because they got a lot of yes people around them. Okay, they got a lot of yeah, you did what was right. I never thought I would live to see so many men bowing down to other men. Okay, just because they got some money. I ain't never in my life seen the like before. I'm used to being around men, that would say, "Yeah, bruh, hey, what, hey, bro, I can't go along with that. I love you, but I can't go along with that. You wrong." Ain't nobody saying that no more because people doing anything for some crumbs. Man, I ain't gonna say no. Yeah, bro, you right. I can't stand no person that's just agreeable all the time. Yeah, you right, bro. Just pathetic. Anything for some money. Okay, bro. I need you to go and do this hit for me. Men used to think so much of themselves that they would fight a man for even thinking that they was low enough to send them out. They would say, "Nigga, you think you gonna send me out to go do your dirt like that where I have to be away from my kids and lose my freedom?" They what you call jellyback. They jellybacks. I can't stand especially no jellyback man. Okay, that's what I call a jellyback man. Just boneless. Okay, man. I need you to go and I need you to go. Do this hit for me. I'm gonna give you $100,000. They ain't gonna tell you, that the feds are all on top of their heads. That ain't nobody getting away with no hits. Okay, you gonna give me $100,000? I'm gonna tell you, like what one of the federal agents said. Ain't nobody spending no hit money but the lawyers. Haven't and they've been proving it. They've been proving it. Okay. And so I think it's so unfortunate that, you know, asking for help, anything is appreciated to spare for food and hygienes. Okay. Y'all, the trolls and went and made some more pages and they coming back, but y'all make sure y'all just block them. Okay. Because we on the road tonight. People don't like to hear the truth. So we just gonna block the trolls, okay, and ask God to send them some help. Okay. I pray that Lakeside come and pick them back up. Okay. Rest in peace, young Dolph says Dolph will always be missed forever. I wish he could have pulled through, but the last time he got shot, the doctor did tell him he couldn't get shot no more, and he got shot 2 years later. It's crazy to me. Wow. Well, I mean, they're never going to admit it. Of course, Blac Youngsta won't admit it, but Blac Youngsta know that karma is coming back to shake him down. He know that. Blac Youngsta, as I always say, he came from a family where I know Blac Youngsta. If you look at some of his posts, he always talk about God. I knew Blac Youngsta's great aunts, and I know they were God fearing women. So regardless to what direction he went in, he grew up around a bunch of women that believed in God. Okay, so at the very core, which which would be the root of all of the mess, all of the layers of mess he got on the inside of him, at the very core of him, he there was some godliness planted. He just chose to override it with mess, unfortunately. Okay. And so with that being said, that's how I know he wrong. And he's so stubborn and outdone, okay? Because he's definitely outdone. But he had to have known that it was gonna happen this way, because they just couldn't, you just can't get by. God ain't letting these folks get by no more. They never have. And he whooping their asses right out, in front of everybody. Because God says, when I get them back for what they did, y'all know that's my favorite scripture. When I get them back for what they did to you, you're gonna see me get them back. And we seeing it. Haven't I not been saying that for months? I've been feeling that scripture in my spirit for months, and I've been saying, y'all, God says, when I get them back for what they did, you're going to see me get them back. Aren't we witnessing it? Okay. And then I turned around and said, God makes your enemies your footstool. Okay. And he prepares a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Then I say he going to give Young Dolph's family a seat at the front of the table to witness the takedown. Hasn't it come to pass? And he ain't finished. So a lot of these people need to think about this stuff when they out here doing this evil stuff, because you ain't gonna get by. I can't feel sorry for Blac Youngsta. We knew Gotti was gonna do this. Gotti got initiated in whatever, in the Hamptons with Jay-Z now. He not gonna get it up for Blac Youngsta. He can't completely cut him off because that's suicide. But maybe Blac Youngsta getting the opportunity to witness, what Dolph witnessed. Okay, because God will let you see that. I jumped in this stuff and got in this deep for this Negro. Went hard at Dolph because I was riding with him 100. Maybe he getting the opportunity to see some of what Dolph saw. Because God will let you see that. Okay? Before he take you on down. Because it ain't nothing but down from here. Because, they did the ultimate. Allegedly. They did the ultimate. They didn't realize how powerful Dolph was and still is. He was really a king, God's king, and they would feel the wrath is mandatory. Alicia says, there was something amazing about Adolph. Do you see how God is moving? I have been following this case from day one. Again, I'm not from Memphis. Yeah, long live Dolph. Of course, God is moving. Like I said, God says, when I get them back for what they did, you're going to see me get them back. I told y'all he was going to prepare a table for Young Dolph's family in the presence of his enemies. And those were all of the people that did this to him. And then give them a seat at the front of the table that he prepared to see him take them down. And I'll be doggone it if it ain't happening. And he ain't finished. That's the reason why I said that God get back worse than, this is minor. What Blac Youngsta is going through. If he's mad at God in him, that's minor. What he needs to worry about is the Almighty God. Okay. He needs to worry about that. You seen the storm in Memphis after he passed. They trying playing games with their own life. This a innocent life. Dolph was saying in so many words, I'm not beefing with your scary ass. Yeah, we had an earthquake when young Dolph was assassinated. God wasn't pleased with what they did. They put themselves in the position of God. They played God, and God was not pleased with that. And he shook the earth to let them Negroes know. They thought that they was going to celebrate, and they wasn't that happy. We saw JoJo Splatten was on live laughing and stuff, but I could see in Straight Drop's eyes that Straight Drop was scared. Somebody said that when Straight Drop was in the back of their car talking about the Walk Me Down gang, that they was getting him out of town that night. But Straight Drop was scared. You could tell Straight Drop was scared. I could look in his eyes and tell that he was scared. Okay. And they really set him up. And that's what a lot of these little young dudes, they set Straight Drop up. That's why I say a lot of parents are going to have to get back into their children's lives, because they're not good, judges of character. First of all, when people truly care about you, they ain't gonna ask you to go commit no hits anyways. They're just not going to try to, they're not going to put you in a position where to mess your life over. When people care about you, they don't do that. But they was intending for Straight Drop to take that whole bid by himself to include Orange Mound Quet, and they turn on his ass. Okay. But you know, they wanted Cornelius out though. They wanted Cornelius out. Okay. I'm telling y'all, they wanted Cornelius out. And it just, that ain't gonna work out either. I knew Cornelius wasn't getting out. But they was doing all they can. See, what they ended up trying to do was they started hiring people, like a lot of these different channels, that some of them that you all see, some of these labels put them there to, they put them there to witness tamper. They initially started out trying to witness tamper, and I know that for a fact because somebody in law enforcement told me that. And the FBI jumped on top of their heads and still on top of their heads. Some of these vloggers are going down, and I keep saying it for a reason. They found out that it was not safe to witness tamper. They wanted to start finding witnesses so that they can intimidate them. They put these vloggers on here to try to act like they was trying to find witnesses so that they can question them. But they was really trying to get people that knew who were witnesses to direct them to them, because they working for these record companies, so that they could either go missing or they can intimidate them. FBI wasn't playing no games on that one. When I tell you they weren't playing no games, they was tearing necks off on that about them witnesses. So now what they're trying to do is jewelry tamper. If we put a lot of different narratives out there, we know that the jury is going to be comprised of people out of Shelby County that is looking, more than likely don't know that they're going to be a juror, but who has not heard of the Young Dolph case, other than maybe some old white people. And with a bunch of African American boys, they're when they start picking the jury, their attorneys are not going to want them to have an all-white jury. That's suicide, right? So it's probably going to be a mixture of people that are they don't want them too old or anything like that, middle age or something like that, that has heard of Young Dolph, that has heard of the case. So what they want to do is try to jury tamper. That's what they're doing. So that's why you see all of these different channels with all of this. A lot of these channels have a lot of this outlandish stuff on it. The FBI know exactly what they're doing. Okay. They get mad at me. They come at me because they know I know. The thing about it is I don't even bother these folks. Hell, I get on here to vlog and I go on with my life. These folks doing so much stuff on here though. They wiretapping. They doing all kind of stuff. And it's funny to them because they feel like they're going to be able to hide behind a cuckabug kids that have them doing it. They pay them to do it. Okay. Nathaniel Good says, so answer this: do Jay-Z and Rock Nation work for the feds or not? Well, let me just answer this. Let me just say it like this, okay? Because I don't know, but let me just say this: the young lady that they say is the president or whatever she do, whatever her position is at Rock Nation, we know that she was once an informant. She was an informant. Okay, so that's all I know. She ain't no federal agent. She was never a federal agent. As far as I know, she was some type of informant. Okay. You know, for those who know, you know, because I know the trolls say she was a federal agent. Okay, well, if she was, good. But for what I read, you know, hey, she was an informant. Jay-Z is not above the law. He could be taken down now. Jay-Z just know how to play it smart. Jay-Z is not gonna go down for Blac Youngsta. Okay. And I think Blac Youngsta seeing that maybe some of the people he thought was solid ain't as solid as he thought they were. That's the reason why he never should have got his butt in that beef. And when at Dolph, like Dolph had did something to him, Dolph had not did nothing to Blac Youngsta. Joe says that Jay-Z is not real. Well, a lot of people say he ain't real. They say he a snake. Okay. Lord have mercy. He's made by M-A. Okay. Well, Joe, I guess you know. I don't know. I don't know. Parnell Clayton says that's Gotti's crimes and all involved. They was beefing way before. Um, they was beefing way before Jay-Z. Yeah, they were. Randy says he got off clean with 100 shots. Should have left well enough alone. Right. Dolph wouldn't even testify against him. And that's the one thing that I hate that he did not do. But then at the same time, it makes me mad because he wouldn't even testify against him. He didn't testify against him, and they didn't even show no gratitude for that. So, but when people hate you, and they hate your greatness, they just didn't want to see him live. Some of them so sick. I could just live the rest of my life in jail as long as he ain't out being great. That's how some people feel, and they sure gonna spend the rest of their life in jail. And I can promise you that they going to jail. But was it worth it? Because just like Young Dolph they forced him to leave his children behind. Now they're gonna leave their children behind. So it's their kids that really, and their mothers, they're really hurt in the end. That's the reason why the little dudes that they put up to go do this stuff, they need to think about themselves. They have their whole lives ahead of them. Some of them have little kids. Their kids would never know them, because 60 years is a long time. Okay. And their mothers, they need to understand the stress and the strain that they put their mothers through when they go to jail, all because they want to commit a hit for another man, and you ain't gonna spend the hit money. It's a darn shame to take money for a hit and have to give it all to a lawyer. Because when these lawyers figure out that you're affiliated with the Young Dolph's case in any kind of way, their price gonna go up 2 to 3 times more. They raking them over the coals. They gonna get every nickel of it. Joe says Blac Youngsta knows that if he doesn't go to jail, someone going to take him out. He know that. Randy says the crazy part, them people gonna ask him what this Mr. Dolph do to you. He finna go to jail and don't know the answer. He don't even know the answer. That's true, Randy. He don't. Why is Blac Youngsta hiding? Mm-hmm. Sure seems like he hiding. Nathaniel says, Miss Tamara, only the pawns are going to jail. Randy says, I swear you hit it on the mail. A blogger said that week after Dolph. Only the little point, I guess people are going to. What about the record labels, the politicians, everyone else that knew they could gain off this man's back once he was out of the way? Well, the only people I know about is the record labels. I don't know anything about the politicians being involved. Pernell says, why they call crash dummies? Scotty also. Randy says, them feds outside, they been outside. They been out there for a long time. They've been out there for almost just as long as young Dolph been assassinated. They've been outside. And look like teasing them went and formed out. Oh, Lord have mercy. These folks is crazy. I'm telling you. DK Daddy says Fed sure picked up Cornbread's case, if I can recall. Cornbread was out there with their gun, with their weapon, and he was shooting into that cookie shop with Stray Drop. He said Blac Youngsta was gonna be the next rapper out of Memphis. I hope it's not true, but God is not finna let him give him life, especially if they did it at CMG. Everybody been outside since Dolph passed away. Teasy is probably hoping he gets taken out too. I think I'm gonna tell y'all something. I think they would rather them dudes ain't never did no hard time. None of them. All they know how to do is go and destroy lives. And I'm being serious. What Blac Youngsta and them doing is destroying and committing genocide in the city of Memphis against their own people. It's a darn shame before God. Blac Youngsta, Moneybag Yo and them, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. Yo Gotti, Big Juke, them, they ought to be ashamed of the energy that they have put into the atmosphere. The Memphians, they better be glad I'm around my mama tonight, because y'all know I'll go in. But I can't go in like I want to because my mama and I don't cuss around my mama. Okay? But they ought to be ashamed of themselves. The Memphis community helped to make them rich before anybody ever knew them. Okay? Instead of them showing gratitude to a community that they grew up in, and they understand that that Memphis is an impoverished city, these Negroes committing genocide in a city that supported them before anybody ever knew them, and still supporting their businesses and stuff that they got in this city. Okay? It's a darn shame before God. And I'm serious. That's the reason why I stay on top of their necks. They wrong. And they know they wrong. They was wrong to be constantly trying to take that man's life. If Juke and Gotti wasn't a part of it, we gotta hold them responsible because they at the top. In 2017, when they was constantly trying to take Young Dolph's life, it came that these dudes were CMG affiliates. So we gotta hold Gotti and Juke responsible. So they was wrong, and they know they was wrong for having them to do it, because I believe they was having them to do it. But then, I think it's a darn shame that these black men be wanting to, you got these black men out here talking about, I'm a hitter, I ride for my nigga. They wouldn't do that for their own mama. They don't even do that for their kids. Like I said, some of them ain't seen their kids in a year. I'm ride for my nigga. I's a hitter. Nigga, you don't ride for your child like that. I'll go take 15 years for my nigga. And your kids out here. You leaving your woman out here ain't with nothing. Cause you want to show some dude you a rider. The only rider you is a D rider. That's what you is. You pathetic. And so they help to destroy a city that's already impoverished. Okay. that helped them on their come up, still supporting their businesses, their families' businesses and stuff. Because it take the people within the city, niggas, to support a business that's in the city, that's in that city. And y'all still sending destruction back. So no, I don't feel sorry for him. Moneybag Yo claimed, and I told y'all, and I had been told y'all about him. Moneybag Yo gonna reap what he sowed too. God got his number too. Moneybag Yo claimed he was going to start a nonprofit organization to help kids that's losing their parents. That's what he said. You know, people be jumping on here talking about they is doing something. They is the dick. Can't even talk. Days is doing something for the city of Memphis. Y'all just don't know about it. Well, if they got a nonprofit and don't nobody know about it, what good is it? Because the nonprofit is supposed to be for the community. Don't nobody want nobody having a nonprofit organization and don't nobody know about it. What good is it? So Moneybag Yo sitting up talking about he was gonna start a nonprofit to help kids who have lost their parents to violence. Well, Moneybag Yo, why don't you do this right here? Why don't you stop your hitters from taking these folks' parents out? And you won't have to have no nonprofit organization. How about that? Is that too much like right? So you cause a problem and then you want to say, well, I fixed it. No, you doing that backwards. You being reactive. Why don't you be proactive? Why don't you sit them little hitters down that you got around you? Because the only thing that's getting ready to happen is they get ready to do life. Because if you think the feds ain't watching Bread Gang, you crazy. Because I always said that you never passed the smell test to me because I believe it has something to do with Young Dolph's murder. Okay, that's just what I believe. Okay. But why don't you they said the real hitters in jail. Why don't you sit them little dudes down around you? Why don't you do that? What good is helping a bunch of children that are already impoverished, that are innocent? They left without their parents. If you are part of the problem, y'all putting all that negativity into the atmosphere. How could you even look at some kids when you know that you are a part of the problem? You sick. That's sadistic. A lot of these folks sadistic. They sick. They really need to be at Lakeside. Okay, that's a lot of them need to be at Lakeside. They really is sadistic. They sick on a whole nother level. You sadistic. I'ma start a non-profit organization, nigga. You sending folks out here committing genocide in the Memphis community. You is sadistic. Okay. It's a shame before God. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. But ain't nobody telling them that because everybody know that they doing wrong. They know what they did to Dolph was wrong. Then when people see him, all they got to do is give him $100. Dolph was giving out 25, 30, $200,000, $200,000 cars. He was changing lives for real. $100 can't even pay no light bill. It can't even pay no light bill. Okay. They hijacks the community. That's what they do. They sends destruction back to the community. Okay. Gotti has never hid that he don't care for Memphis. You heard many people say, Gotti said, Memphis ain't never did nothing for me. You big head nigga. When nobody even knew you outside of Memphis, when you was in them hole in the wall clubs, you nigga, it was Memphians that went to see you. Okay. Your big ocean head would have never got a contract if the poor people in the community had not supported you. Okay. Parnell says, play some Glock. These Negroes need to be called out. Folks sit around them. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I can't stand nobody that's like I just said, that's jelly back. Okay. I always when I had jobs, for some reason, God always put me next to the top person. Always. When I was working for the police department, I always worked next to the top chief. It's funny because with both departments, I did. I was never agreeable. Miss Tamara, what you think about this? You think I need to go ahead and let them get rid of that officer? He's still on probation. What you think about that? No, chief, you don't need to do that. I think you need to look into that more. How you gonna take a job from a man? Huh? I was never agreeable. It wasn't folks be saying and agreeing so much. They don't even know what you're saying. Did you just hear what I said? That folks be so agreeable. They don't even be knowing what the person's saying. Did you hear what I said? No, what you say? Pathetic. Okay. And those are people that would do anything for some money. Ain't got no backbone, no nothing. Ain't got no stance on nothing. If God put you next to people, okay, that's got some power, he has put you there for a reason. Maybe it is so you could be the voice of reason. See, a lot of people feel like the only way that they can maintain a position, especially when they are next to somebody with some money, women very often do it. Women don't understand the power that they have, especially when God blesses them to work next to a powerful man. They'll start trying to use their bottom power. They'll start trying to sleep with him or manipulate him because most men at the top are very vulnerable. It's lonely at the top. I'm telling you, it is very lonely at the top. So if they got somebody working next to them, especially a woman, if God puts you there, it is so you can be a blessing to other people if you got the ear of the king. I'm telling you. So that's why I always use my influence to try and help people. It was never to try to manipulate him or them. It was never that. And that's the reason why they always respect me. Okay. Oh, Randy Barnes says, so kill Dolph, get a couple outfits, do a video with pre-chains on incriminating yourself, get caught, go to jail, and snitch. That's what people idolize, and the dummy straight dropped his own self. Joe Malley says it started with Gotti and it's going to end with Gotti. Joe, me and you on the same page. See, I like you, Joe. Me and you on the same page. Hadi tried to change his facial expression at the soccer game. See, uh, we see that hell. You guys, make sure y'all hit the like button. If y'all haven't hit the like button, please do that for me. But y'all, it's about to get real. I'm telling y'all, it's about to get real. It's about to get real in these streets. And I couldn't be happier for Young Dolph's family. I'm gonna tell you something. The prayers of the righteous avail it much. I used to get up and I knew God was gonna show out. I knew it. I knew it. Mia J was getting up having prayer. When Mia J was having prayer, because I was getting up mornings when I would be getting up, getting ready to go out on cases. A lot of times I would log onto her Instagram and be listening to her while I was in the bathroom getting ready. She was doing prayer. She was standing in the gap for Young Dolph. She was standing in the gap for her man. Okay. I knew when she was getting on there doing their prayer every morning that God was going to show out. It ain't no way in the world that these niggas is going to get away with what they did. She had Ari praying. She was even praying. She'd be in the car. They was singing all types of gospel songs. I said, oh, God getting ready to show out. Okay. She was sending them prayers up, and God had to honor that. God has honored that. When I had that dream about Young Dolph about a week or so ago, Young Dolph is so weird. And I was talking to my mother about that. Y'all know I talk to my mom about everything because my mother is a praying warrior. And I was telling her, I said when I had a dream about Young Dolph, it was on a Sunday. It wasn't last Sunday, it was the Sunday before last, I believe. And his car was parked down in front of City Hall. And I was like, that's weird, that his car was parked right there in front of City Hall. And he said, wait a minute, come back. He said, don't think because I haven't been down there with y'all that I don't want to come and hang out with y'all. But I've been busy. And he started naming, he was like, I've been working, I've been busy, I've been doing, he started naming all the stuff that he had been doing. He was standing right in his car door. And so I started thinking about that. I was talking to my mom about that. And so I said, the car was right there in front of City Hall, but I later thought about not only, even though I didn't see the federal building is right there in front of City Hall. Okay, it's City Hall in Memphis, and then that's the Fed's building, like right over across from that. So I just think that dream signifies something. Most oftentimes my dreams do. But I done told y'all that Young Dolph, he shook the earth. His spirit is still strong. He's still walking around here. And so I think when all of this is over, okay, he'll be able to take his place. He was a king when he was on this side, and he's a king on the other side. They messed up when they killed him because now he's ascended to another dimension. He got more power than they could ever have. He's in another realm, a realm that they can't even touch. Okay. So he's got the Almighty that's spinning with him. Okay. So they can't touch that. So they already know that they're gonna have to reap what they sow. They want to make everybody think that they're living their best lives, and they know that they got to pay for what they did. They know that. I'm telling you, he definitely got to get back. His spirit is strong too, because he shook the earth. It was an earthquake. God was mad. We don't have now. Memphis sits on a major earthquake zone, but they say Memphis has like little small earthquakes where we cannot feel them. But we felt that earthquake the night that Dolph died. It shook. My couch shook. I thought somebody was beating my door. My couch shook. My living room shook. And they said it could be felt all the way down to Missouri, St. Louis. She is Demon. She's beautiful, respectable, and a class act. Dolph has a mother and a father. Who can touch the heart of God faster than a praying mother? The idea you give birth to a child and some Negroes think because they get a little money that they have the right because they get mad to take somebody's child's life. They have children. They've given life to kids. And I would assume that they love their kids. I could, and I'm assuming that. Okay. So just like they don't want somebody to go and play God with their children, why did they feel like that they could play God with young Dolph's parents' child? They know that that was wrong. But God is showing them that they are not God. Okay, they should have just left young Dolph alone. They seeing it now, but they ain't seen it all yet. They should have left him alone. They should have left that chocolate dude alone. They should have left that tall chocolate dude alone because God is spinning for that one. And then Young Dolph got a lot of people, a lot of spectators that are, a lot of fans and stuff that's watching this closely. Believe it or not, there are still some vloggers that vlog on it for the right reasons. Okay. That truly um care about what happens in the Young Dolph's case and pray for his family and his children and for justice. I don't believe that. I don't believe that Daddy O had anything to do with Young Dolph's death. I don't. I don't believe that he did. I believe the people, I believe the people that had a history of trying to take him out took him out. You guys, have you all hit the like button? Y'all hit the like button for me. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. That's right. It's almost 300 people in here, and we only got 163 likes, you guys. Let's get at least 200 likes. I need about 40 likes. What's whose names, Randy? Uh, Joe Manley says, "Good night, y'all. God bless." Thanks for coming through, Joe. I enjoyed you in here tonight. The bag says, "I truly believe every word you say about Dolph you speak." Thank you, the bag. Shy Bear says the whole industry has been quiet since Dolph was assassinated. But you know what? The power of the vlogs is a beautiful thing, because even though they put their vloggers on here trying to bully those vloggers that was truly telling the truth, it's still more righteous people that's standing up for what's right. And so what's happening now is those who probably would have still supported some of these folks that did this to Young Dog, their money being messed with. They being forced to do what's right. Um, hey Catalea. Rest in peace, Young Dog says Daddy O got the Dolph Museum up and running. What Dolph's op tried to stop calling state to state, trying to book their artists in the locations. Daddy O still managed to pull this off. Daddy O doing a lot to be for real. Shout out to Daddy O. Shout out to Daddy O. Yeah, I need 19 more likes. Thank you, Letitia. I need 19 more likes, you guys. I had no all that was going on in Memphis with those successful young men. Yes, Miss Virgo, I tell you, it's a shame. Uh, Randy, you'll know them by the fruit that they bear. That's all I'll say. You'll know them by the fruit that they bear. Okay. Letitia says it's that many people in the bushes. Yes, you guys, we need about 19 more likes. Yeah, we need 19 more likes. Mr. Rail says she's halfway asleep, but she's still listening. I'm telling you, D-Mon. Randy Barnes says that's when CMG got hot. All the artists after Doll. Catalea says, "Hey, Miss T, rest in peace." Hey, Catalea. That's what Blac Youngsta get, letting the grown man crashing him out. Justice for Dolph's kids and family. I agree 100%. Yaya Terrell. I agree. Randy, you're known by the fruit that they bear. Um, Shy Bear says, at Randy, they still whack as Elf and Glorilla is just here for now. I heard that they raking poor old Glorilla over the coals, that they robbing her blind. Now that's just the word on the Memphis streets, that they robbing a child blind. I'm telling y'all, that's what they saying, and I believe it. I'm telling y'all, they say it's bad. It's a darn shame when it's all over the Memphis streets. And a lot of Memphians, and I don't hate on Glorilla. It's a lot of Memphians was extremely proud of Glorilla. I'm telling you, y'all notice I never said really said I might have did 2 videos on Glorilla. And the reason that I never did any bad publicity on Glorilla, and it wouldn't have been bad publicity anyways. I did talk about when they try to steal that song. Yo Gotti signed her to steal that song, and she going against that guy, and she knows nothing about the. And I did talk about that. I said she should have just kept her mouth closed because I don't think she knows a lot about business. Yo Gotti signed her so he could steal that song, like he trying to do that F nigga free song. Okay, but I never said anything bad about Glorilla because I know the area that Glorilla came from. That's the trenches. Okay. Glorilla grew up very, very poor. And I was like, I want to see the young lady is the same age as my girls. And I be wanting to see these young girls do good. But it's just going too far. Um, you know, Lord, okay, God, please, God. Because I don't like to discourage any kids that's my kids' age. Lord knows I don't. But I think God and them need to get somebody to help Glorilla with them interviews more. Okay. And I think, word on the street is that they're raking her over the coals, that they are, making a fool out of her with that money. And it ain't hard for me to believe either. Y'all doing good. We doing great. All of them ninjas need to be jab slapped, and my aunt used to say, as my aunt used to say. But I had said though when Glorilla signed that contract, I said I showed hey Glorilla, let them take her up in the plane and put her up in the air and put a bottle in front of her and some money, and she signed her life away. I said that from the very beginning. He did the same thing to Blac Youngsta. He was up in an airplane. Um, Miss Diane says, Miss T, you're the one girl. You're good at this. Thank you, Miss Diane. No, she has no clue at all. Random Barnes says Shy Bear. She just got a little bit of words that shit getting tiresome. Glorilla getting paid $15.50 an hour. I'm gonna tell y'all what somebody said to me. Now I don't know if this is true, but I promise you it's out there on the Memphis streets. Now my cousins and them, anytime they get it, then you know it's out there on the Memphis streets because they ain't nothing but in the street for real, for real. One of my cousins said that they had heard that it was a situation that Glorilla had. See, I don't follow her like that. I don't talk about Glorilla like that because I already know what it's gonna be in the end. I just hope she makes some investments. I hate to see the young lady sign her life away like that. So that kind of bothers me because Glorilla young enough to be my daughter. I hate to see, especially young girls, because I have girls make mistakes like that, right? And so my cousin said, oh, my cousin said, cuz the word on the street is that Glorilla has some issues with a promoter or something where she was supposed to, it was something about $30,000. Can y'all remember that? She was supposed to get paid $30,000 or something like that. And she said the word on the street is that um Yo Glorilla didn't get none of that money. Gotti got every dime of it, and Gotti told her, "No, you don't get the walkthrough money. I get it." Now that's what the Memphis streets are saying. I'm telling y'all now, that's what they're saying. I said, Lord Jesus, that just did something to my head to even hear that. Shy Bear. Shy Bear says she can't invest with no. Now that's the word on the street. I don't know if it's true. I hope it's not true, but I promise you, one of my cousins said it. But they heard it from off of the street, so I don't know. Cat Daddy says she needed a good manager and attorney to get her a better deal. Yes, she did. We all was like, "Oh no, Big Glow," but we weren't hating. No, we weren't hating on that at all. But we already knew that was just not a good idea. See, Yo Gotti has adopted that personality. Like these folks, they come from the trenches. So I mean, if they got $100,000, that's a lot of money to them. And then they take the fame. I think Gotti is more so into making them famous rather than rich. When I would rather be rich than famous. See, that's why Dolph was a threat because Dolph was like, forget the fame. I want the money. And when a man thinks like that, especially in a sharky business like this, they are absolutely a threat. It's sad listening to her interview. She needs a PR person. Yes, she do it, and gotta know it. And he sits up there next to her and let her do it. But he can't talk that much better. So I mean, he probably think what she be saying is all right. Rest in peace, young dog says she said I didn't know a fox was real. I knew she was getting raped in that country. Oh my god. Yeah, I saw that when I think it's a shame that they have Glorilla to put that into the atmosphere to make young girls think that that's cool. I was hoping that was not true. Talking about she like nutty fries, it drove Shaquille O'Neal so crazy. He tried to want to marry her. I guess they said this really is a slow bunny right here. I think that's sad to use somebody Glorilla's age to put look like that's disgusting, nasty stuff like that into the atmosphere. But now you got folks talking about peeing on top of somebody's head and some more stuff. These folks are sick. They done flipped. I'm telling you, they done flipped. Cause if Negro ever asked me to pee on him, he dead. I'm getting my shotgun, and I'm not playing. That's a Negro that don't need to be alive because you get hepatitis and everything. That's why these folks be walking around here. You think they high. They got yellow eyes and stuff because they got hepatitis. These folks is sick. Yes, Miss T, I said myself, I weren't lying about the youngins not being able to read and write over in Memphis, Miss T. Moneybag got 250,000 to sign and 1.5 million as a birthday gift. What he to T.O. for Gotti? Feds gonna wanna know. Most of us saying that got common sense. You don't sign any contract without a lawyer, right? And without an entertainment lawyer. Some of these folks still they'll go get. I had got me a lawyer. And he ain't nothing but he a criminal lawyer. Ain't don't know nothing about contracts, don't know nothing about no entertainment law or nothing. They just feel I had got me a lawyer. You need you an entertainment lawyer, not a criminal defense lawyer, not a civil lawyer, not an accident lawyer. They'll go get them. I had got he an accident lawyer. He's a lawyer. Um what who do to Gotti, Randy? Who you talking about? Eric says the devil is busy collecting. Yeah. Karma coming back to shake them down. I'm telling you. Karma has come back around to shake them down. You sure gonna reap what you sow. Yeah, I need 10 more likes, you guys. All right, you guys. Let's see. We've been on here what 2 hours. Yep. So y'all, Blac Youngsta, he just. So y'all, what does that little suit stand for? I'm gonna have to get off in a minute because my mother is saying she's wanting to do prayer before she goes to bed. Um, what does this right here stand for? when they put on these little, is that a Ninja Turtle suit? What do that Ninja Turtle suit stand for? Is that like a terrorist outfit? We far from dumb. I wish that CMG tuned in and laugh out loud. See his the world felt about Dolph and the stupidity. Oh, okay. That's an assassin. Okay. Let me see. Is Rest in Peace Young Dolph still in here? I keep missing his. It's forever F the Grammys. They ain't show no love to Dolph. And yeah, that was wrong. The Grammys know they need to have shown love to Young Dolph. They just call it ninja because Facebook be putting you in jail. Yes, everybody, please tap the like button. Let's see how many likes we have. I need you guys, I need about 10 more likes. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. I need about 10 more likes. We still almost got like almost 300 people in here. So I need 10 more likes. Ten more likes, you guys. So now I need about 5 more likes. Now I need about 5 more likes. So I wonder, it seems like to me, um, hey Martell, I wonder what's gonna happen with Blac Youngsta's artist. I wonder what's going on with that. You know, the work, hey, hmm. Because see, not only did I think Blac Youngsta had lost his mind. I think he had lost his mind. Because y'all know I did a video a few days ago, and this is for real. Okay. I don't do videos to just be doing them. This was for real, that there was intel that he called himself gonna call a meeting and put a hit on Key Glock. They be so mad when I talk. I mean, but I put that into the atmosphere for a reason. I want for Key Glock them to be careful, you know. But I think Blac Youngsta got bigger fish to fry at this point. You see, the sooner he called himself did that, look at what has happened. He's having issues this week. So God says, touch not my anointed ones and do my prophets no harm. Blac Youngsta, yeah, I think you need to be at an altar. You need to be trying to make yourself right with God, and take your. It means somebody's on a mission. I think you need to put your mind on God. That's what you need to do, and take your mind off of key lock, because when you get mad at people, you cannot be trying to put hits on folks. To me, that's equivalent to some type of serial killer and being sadistic. And I'm serious. Okay. Um, so, hopefully you'll get his life right with the Lord. Rest in peace, Young Dog says, that was true. T wasn't lying either. He called that meeting the same day he put that bank statement junk on his Instagram. Me either. I wasn't even. I don't even watch the BET Awards anymore. I mean, you think about a lot of the things that these rappers and stuff do now. It's just put a bad taste in um so many people's mouths. Randy Barnes says, name 5 Blac Youngsta songs that's classic. Tell him to shake a hit or dig a album up. You guys make sure, let's see how many likes we have at this point. I have to keep up with the likes. Oh my God. We thank you guys so much. Yeah, he needs to pray to the Lord, because let's see. Let me go look at something right quick. Let me see something. I'm gonna see what God done posted, since he done posted all of this stuff. Let's see if God done posted anything. We see he got Big Boogie up there.
Office hours. Different league, different level than you little boys.
You notice he always start throwing out subliminals when Key Glock them have something to come out. That man right there so jealous hearted, it don't make no sense. That's the reason why I say this man is at the core of all of this stuff. That ocean head man right there. That ocean head man right there is at the core of everything that is going on. That's the reason why I stay on top of that ocean head, because he is the real problem. You see what he said? Different league than you little boys. How he think he ain't no role model to nobody. Don't nobody want to be like him. Don't know real bosses. You don't see Jay-Z getting on there throwing out subliminals at nobody. He ain't got to do that. Jay-Z know what he got. And then his voice trembling and going on. I told y'all that ocean head man right there was the reason that the men was shooting that Dolph in 2017. Yo Gotti didn't even show jewelry and stuff like that until after Dolph was killed. Okay.
Checking on the team. DC United. Got a little production going on. Office hours. Office hours. Different league, different level. Different level than you little boys.
He sound like a darn fool. He sure sound like a chill pet. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Key Glock courtside, enjoying the game. And he talking about some team ain't nobody even heard of. Let me see something. Why Moneybag Yo showing his fingers? Are those his fingers? They look terrible. I wonder why he's showing his fingers like that. See, you have to. I be, wondering when they do stuff like that. Is that some type of subliminal to go do a hit? You have to watch when these folks do crazy stuff that don't mean nothing. Let's see. I wonder why they be falling up in behind Glorilla so much. Hold on, I want to look at one more thing. Ciao. I just decided to go look at Little Migos, and he posted. Little Migos posted 1 hour ago. He says, "Can't keep effing my money up. Trying to help niggas. Niggas don't want it for themselves. They can tell you air reason why they ain't effing with them, but can't tell you they owe a nigga though. Niggas beg you to put them on and fold soon as you do. If it costs a couple racks to find out you a effed up, then it's cool. I'll take that loss. Just don't ask me to pick you up off the ground no more. Lay there till you get up, then won't come around or just go missing. Talking day ones. I'll let my mama F this cash off before one disloyal nigga. I can't help a nigga no more. Preach." Child, these folks is in their feelings. He just posted that an hour ago. He said, "PSA, if you in the streets trapping, hustling, and you don't have your age in the stash, get a job. If you 25, you should have 25K. If you don't, you really need to take a second and think about your life." If you jumped off the porch at 15 and you 20, ain't no reason you shouldn't have 20 stacks. The new excuse for being a rat is I'm not in the streets and y'all support. Ooh, child, these folks is I done told y'all. See, now that's little Migos. I done told y'all that when these indictments drop, okay, it's gonna be on a higher Richter scale than that earthquake um that we had the night that young Dolph was killed. I done told y'all. These folks is mad. These folks is mad. Child. He said don't and y'all support rats. And he got the I guess that's the no sign, no rats. Mm. I wonder who is he throwing that subliminal out at who is he throwing that subliminal out at? That's what I thought. I was getting ready to say, is he talking about Grove Hero? I guess is he crazy? Little Migos need to go on to the mental institution too. Do little Migos think that Grove Hero is supposed to have loyalty to him? Grove Hero ain't friends with him. They took out allegedly Grove Hero's boss. Dolph helped Grove Hero help to put him on, help to put him in a better position. So Grove Hero's supposed to have more loyalty to them than to young Dolph. These folks is mentally ill. Because whether Grove Hero was in the streets or not, he's supposed to have more loyalty to Dolph. You don't keep your mouth closed on dudes, that you ain't messing with. These folks crazy. But they truly believe that. They feel like, young Dolph's people is supposed to have loyalty to them and not say anything. They crazy. You guys make sure y'all hit the like button. Let's see, we've been on here almost 2.5 hours. Did Migos get his jewelry back? They were trying to say that Migos let those dudes borrow that jewelry. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that. Um, they were saying that Migos uh friends set him up. That's true. Demon 2023, the year of reckoning. Karma coming back around to shake them down. Shaking them down like a tree. Shaking the whole tree down and digging the root up. Randy. They say his typing don't hold no weight. It was funny when Pre got changed to Imagine the Time. I'm telling you, I believe it was Player Cole said that Migos, them little dudes that's supposed to be his little hitters were the ones that set him up. So I guess I guess he talking at them too. Them dudes ain't got nothing to lose. That's suicide right there. Even they little hitters turning on him. That's what's crazy to me. He was talking crazy about Moochie, but actually got robbed in South Memphis, and I rock with Player Code. But he taking up for Migos. I know how they actually got took. Rest in peace, young Dolph. How did it get took? Because I heard Player Code say that, or somebody said that they actually his Migos dudes that's supposed that's around him set him up. He was in Dolph's hood when his chain got took. Oh wow. Joe Loves God says, T, I wonder why Blac Youngsta had picture of Kenny Money's new chain on his Instagram. Did he? Let me see. Now I'm going back to see if I could find that. I must have missed that. Um, Nobody paid attention to when CEO Jizzle said on live, Migo got caught in the wrong op hood playing tough. Wow. um, Randy Barnes says we can't punish, we can talk about they dumb asses. Lamigos looks like he's about 10 years old and should be playing in the sandbox and not in the streets. Wow. So he was over in You know something. Now, why he thought he could go over to Young Dolph's hood and not get caught up? But Migo looks like he's about 10. I would have cried twice for just the thought of it. Shout out to Grove Hero stand up guy. Yeah, shout out to Grove Hero for for what Grove does for the Memphis community and for consistently representing Young Dolph. So shout out to Grove Hero for that. Yeah, he is lucky they didn't kill him. So they still it proves that they still got human feelings because they didn't kill him. My battery went down. If you talking about when I was on live earlier, my battery went down on my phone. Randy said Dolph didn't just give him money; he had a plan for him. Yes, he did. Young Dolph definitely had a plan for him. He's the GOAT for real. Young Dolph is the GOAT for real. And I hate they did that young man like that. They wrong for what they did to him, and they know they wrong. And God is gonna make them pay for that. My grandmother, I miss her so much. She used to always sing this song. One thing for sure, you surely gonna reap what you sow. It's a song she used to. I don't know where that song came. I don't know who sang that song because my grandmother used to sing those old hymns, those old hymns, and she used to always sing this. I used to always hear it when she would be cleaning up. One thing for sure, you surely gonna reap what you sow, and these people gonna reap what they sow. Letitia, who wouldn't let you comment? I agree. Rest in peace, young. Is rest in peace, young dog still in here? When you dig one ditch, you better dig two, cause the ditch just may be for you. I'm telling you, Joe back. They going to die and go to jail. Ain't no other way. Is rest in peace, young dog still on here? I want to ask him something. Going to jail. Ain't no other way it can go. They kill a king. Do you hear me? They kill a king. When you kill a king, God got to punish you. Can no human being do anything? Yeah, they're gonna have to pay for what they did. Rest in peace, young dog. Why do they want Key Glock gone? We know that they had wanted him gone before, but why has it started back up again? Why is there an urgency all of a sudden? Watch Me says Blac Youngsta is a demon. That's true. It's a darn shame that they just did not want to see that young man be great. That's just evil on so many levels. They can't compete with Prince Glizzard. Period. Rest in peace, Young Dog says Glock is doing too much for them. He didn't supposed to be doing all this, still going after Dolph died. He supposed to been done crashed by now, and they are, so they want to go on and kill him all. Wow. Shabir says, "Oh my God, leave Key Glock alone. They about to f around and find out that Glock ain't scared. They may think he is." And I'm proud of Key Glock because Key Glock has professional security around him too. So I'm very proud of him. And I want the rest of them to have professional security around them. And I want Wu to stay off of those corners in Castelia because Wu is talented. Wu is a threat. Wu got to mess around and do it because Wu got that sound that I love. Okay, Wu mess around. All it's gonna take is one catchy song, and Wu gonna go through the roof because he already talented. I think he just be in the streets more, and they know Wu talented, so they want to try to kill him because they know he a threat. Miss T, do you know why you had that dream? Let me tell you, because he put in words in your heart so you can spread his word. His spirit is in you, so you ain't stop until this is over. Wow. That's awesome, Miss Joe. Randy Barnes says he ain't no demon. That nigga a sucker. High powered coward of the worst cloth. I pray for all them black men need to speak life, not death. Woo, Ricky. Yeah, we love Paper Route Woo. Paper Route Woo is the bomb. Him and Newski gonna and we praying for a speedy recovery for Newski too. I'm glad that they didn't kill Newski. Teasy, CEO Teasy. I think you need to sit down, Teasy. Thank you, Watch Me. Thank you for subbing. CEO Teasy, you need to sit down. Yeah, Woo is hard. He is. He is hard. So let me ask y'all something. I need a consensus. Do you all think that Blac Youngsta is doing this just to try and get do y'all think that he's doing this for publicity, or do y'all think there's actually trouble in paradise? Do y'all think that there's some stuff going on between him and Yo Gotti? Warning comes before destruction. Tease is sat down. I'm telling you, Teaser need to sit down. He done did enough. And he ain't in the clear, but he need to sit down somewhere. Teasy is wired and getting intel from the streets. Rest in peace, Young Dog says Wu tape on the way and telling y'all Pre finna go on a run again like they did last year. Shout out to Pre. I can't wait. So Demon says she thinks it's trouble in paradise. Miss Anissa says that she thinks that he has turned on them. Me too, Anissa. Catalea says not sit but sat. Yeah, I'm telling you, sat down. So a lot of people think it's trouble in paradise for real. I'm telling you, somebody said that, if Blac Youngsta feel like he been played, he gonna tell it all. When he said he writing a book, that when people start talking about writing books, I'm telling y'all, it sounds like to me that could be a threat. That's a person that's hurt. Randy says that man on the middle of the grill. Shyberry says she think he's gonna commit suicide. Tanya says she thinks he's just wanting attention. Catalea says revenge is best served cold. One thing about karma, you get served what you deserve. You get served what you deserve. And you get it served on a platter. Watch Me says it's over for him. He needs to make a sacrifice. Shabert says he's cracking. Yeah, Dima said that too. Dima said the exact same thing, that she thinks that somebody he was going to, because see, a lot of them, they could pay for hits, but they have never really did in real time. Now Big Juke has, did a whole lot of time. But see the difference in now is when these folks was going in and out of jail, there was an expiration date. They get sentenced, they go do 7-8 years, which is a long time to be away from home. But at least you're gonna get out if they don't kill you in the jail. But when you start talking about 60 years and shoot, for a 40-year-old, you ain't gonna walk out of there. But a 20-year-old, you ain't neither. Them folks will be in their 80s when they walk out that jail. Life as they know it, none of us will be here in 60 years. Life as they know it will be different. They won't even be driving cars no more. They'll be flying spaceships to where they want to go. Karma is that itch. I'm telling you. Joel Los Guys says Gotti, Juke, and Blac Youngsta on the fire with gasoline draws on. Watch Me says Big Juke a snitch. Believe that deep cover Jay Reed. That's one of my favorite movies too. I love Deep Cover. Pride and jealousy is deadly. I'm telling you, it's deadly as the grave. Oh, that's where the big sister line come from. Juke got hooked in jail. Randy, it would be set up suicide fix because he is talking too much. Their life as they knew it will never be the same. Well, I guess they feeling like, so if Doc was shot with a 9mm 22 times, why was it a Draco in the still photo? that gun would have ripped off in half. Mm. I don't know, Lamont. Yeah, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Y'all still riding deep with me. It's still 250 people on here at almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Y'all some night owls too with me tonight. Normally I be trying to go to sleep, but my mom is still up though. She was like, I want to say a prayer. I heard her tell my sister, I want to do a prayer before we go to bed, but she's still up though. Juke, Lookabolo put on the grill for the 4th of July. They are becoming unhinged. This is why the pre guys have to stay extra vigilant and no lacking. I give you what, gangster love? Lord have mercy, Jesus. Give you what? Um, Low Eastwood says, I'm watching from my TV and you're keeping it all the way real hard to turn it off. Thank you, Low Eastwood. It won't be a setup. They gonna kill that man dead. Let him keep talking. They always talking about people talking, but it seemed like Blac Youngsta in his feelings and he talking. Blac Youngsta and them know. See, I think Blac Youngsta is feeling a certain way because Gotti might been and told him, little bruh, you got in there. I ain't tell you to get that deep in there. Folks will send you out and encourage you to do stuff. And then when it goes too far and they start catching heat, they'll tell you, I didn't tell you you jumped in that. You ain't even have to get in that. Gotti trying to save himself. He got the woman of his dream. He done went and bought him a baseball team ain't nobody ever heard of. And I guess he feel like he living up the life. But somebody was telling me, and it was one of my subscribers, I believe, was telling me that some friction is going on with Jay-Z and Yo Gotti because of this stuff with Dolph. Now we already know Dame Dash already told you that Jay-Z ain't got no problems with cutting you off. He use you up and spit you out. Right. That's what they say. I didn't twist your arm. And so Blac Youngsta is in his feelings. But he got independent on his that's why some people said are questioning if it's really real because he got independent and he only showing heavy camp, but they say he just signed another deal with CMG. And they say he just signed a new deal with CMG. So um you know that's why some people saying they think it's a play. I don't know though. Because even if he signed a deal with CMG, I wonder why they not promoting his stuff. Oh, that's a soccer team that he bought a percentage of that he capping like he just owned. Oh, okay. Okay, it's a soccer team. Lord have mercy. Joe Malley says, yes, 50,000. She's supposed to do a show, but she walked through. A domino effect, pressing Gotti. So now he doing the same to a Blac Youngsta. Wow. I'm from Wilmington, Delaware, and it's down here. Well, oh, it's in Wilmington, Delaware. Okay. Gotti only owned 2% of DC United soccer team. They say he only owned 2%. Lord have mercy. He sure do try to act like he owned the whole team. They say he only owned 2%. Lord Jesus. Rest in peace, Young Dog says, I really think Youngster wants some attention. He used to being put to the front like Gotti used to do him when Dolph was alive. He ain't used to being shelved. Well, he got Youngster them to do everything he wanted him to do. He was at some point gonna start pulling away from him, you know. But I could tell now if this stuff ain't no play, and I don't think that it is. I'm telling y'all, somebody told me now that Blac Youngsta. I'm telling you that he. Hmm. But see, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I could see it happening because see, it's gotta happen. What's gonna start happening is Blac Youngsta seemed like he already in his feelings. He gonna start talking a little bit more, okay? And Yo Gotti and them gonna put a hit on him. If he signed a new deal, he also signed a new life insurance policy that Gotti may cash in on. But running around acting like he built and made the team. He said that's the concession stand or percentage. Lord have mercy. They say he only owned 2% of the team. That nigga killed me, man. He didn't even pay them folks that 10 million back. He owed Gotti a flodger. Lord have mercy. Look, a Christian says, I'm still yes, I'm still up. I think I'm just wired up. I ain't even had no coffee and I'm wired up. I'm trying to think of what I gotta do tomorrow. I gotta go over to my office for a little while and take my dog to the groomer and that's it. Once I leave my office, I'm I get well. Demon says Gotti is a fraud. A fraud. Tony says they ain't got no use for him anymore since Dolph gone. Absolutely, you hit it right on the head, Tony. They absolutely don't, and that's what he's seeing. His career died with Dolph. He not hot no more, credible or relevant. DC United is not going anywhere, and I live 10 minutes from the city. Wow. So DC United is in Delaware. Be honest, y'all. Since Dolph died, what hit has Youngster had? What CD? What CD got nominated? What song got played on the radio? It's in DC. United is in Washington DC. Okay. I thought somebody said Wilmington, Delaware. Be honest, y'all, since Dolph died. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Like right before Dolph was killed, Youngster did have a song that I liked. Okay, he had a song called I could do anything. I can get anything or something. I'm getting ready to pull it up because he threw out a. I went back and I thought about that song, and that was before Young Dolph was killed, and he threw out shots at Young Dolph in that song, as if he shot at him or something like that. Let's see, Blac Youngsta. And I used to like the song. I can do anything, anything or something. I can give anything or something. Um, I wish I could play it without him. It's anything. I don't see the video. They took the video down. I guess they took the video down because in the video he was throwing out shots at Young Dog as if he was the one that did the 100 shots or something like that. I wonder why I can't see the video no more. I can't find the video. The only thing you see is the audio. They sure took that video down. He took that video down because he threw out shots at Young Dolph about shooting him. Oh my God, they took the video down. And that video was up right before Young Dolph was killed. Oh, let me see something. Ain't this something? Let me see. Let me see. He took that video down. I'm trying to find because I want y'all to. I wanted y'all to see it. After that happened with Young Dolph, I went back. I was like, oh my God, he throwing out shots at Young Dolph. I told y'all they been scrubbing stuff. They done took that video off of the internet. That's how you know these folks is guilty. feds got that too. Be using a criminal. I'm telling you, they have. I can't even find it on Facebook. I mean, he in the song he says something about 100 shots, and they were showing him with his hand over his mouth grinning. You know, oh my God, I hate they took that down. Well, it ain't no need of them scrubbing it. I guess they know now. They did all that for nothing because the feds can. That video was put out right before Dolph was killed. So I mean, feds, they have to YouTube and Instagram and all them. Even when you permanently delete stuff, they have to hold it. And their legal team has to hold that stuff for up to 8 years. So I don't even know why they scrubbed it. But they was too dumb to know that. They hackers didn't tell them that. The song is still up. The video just ain't up. It's funny. The behind the scenes is up. I wonder. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Somebody got it on their website. It's not even, y'all. It's not even on. He done scrubbed it, but somebody got it on their website. Hold on, let me show y'all. Hold on, y'all. I want to get to the part where he was throwing out shots at Young Dolph. There it is right there. There it is right there. He said, nigga play, he gonna die 100 shots. I sent it through the sky. Let me show y'all. This was right before. I'm gonna just play a little bit of it. And I liked that song before that stuff happened with Young Dolph. It's a darn shame. This right here on somebody called Hip Hop Vibe thing. I want y'all to look at his face when he says that, okay? Now, I'm going to just play this little part right here.
100 shots, I sent it through the sky. Loyalty is something.
Y'all see how he was grinning? He said, pussy nigga play, he gonna die. 100 shots I sent it through the sky. Y'all see how he was grinning like a devil?
Hundred shots, I send it through the sky. Loyalty is something. Pussy nigga play, he gon' die. 100 shots, I send it through the sky.
You see that? I told y'all. You see that? And it was because I liked that song. And that song was put out right before Young Dolph was killed. And I was like, I like that song, And then, hey, okay. Follow me on IG, Trap Money. We already know he was throwing shots at Young Dolph. 100 shots I sent it through the sky. Come on now. Don't do that. He said, pussy nigga play, he gonna die. 100 shots I sent it through the sky. And y'all saw how he was grinning? He was letting them know I did them 100 shots. I mean, that was just sadistic. That's evil. It's sadistic and it's evil. I wish a lot of these people that hey, Young Dolph was a human being. He did not deserve to die. Blac Youngsta, Blac Youngsta ain't none of God. Gotti ain't either. What people beef all the time. Just because you beefing with somebody, you can't take nobody's life just because you beefing with them. I think it's a lot of mentally unstable people, and that's the reason why these young folks doing this, because you see a bunch of these old crusty niggas feeling like because they mad at somebody, they supposed to put a hit on them. I want to kill them. You too emotionally unstable. I'm mad. I'ma kill her. I know she a mama and got kids, but she made me mad. You got men that's so pathetic. They feel like they supposed to put a hit on a woman. I'm gonna put a hit on her. She getting more. She gonna surpass me on YouTube. Mentally sick. People like that. Those ones that need to be gone. You ain't, anytime you that emotionally unstable, you ain't even got no business alive. You think you can just go and take somebody's life because you mad, because you jealous. You pathetic. Okay? It's when you say if you touch me, you mean fighting. Whatever happened to fighting it out? If somebody put their hands on me, I want to fight. If you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. Okay? And if you're a man, I'm gonna pick up anything I can to hit you back. And if you become a threat to me at that point, then I'm gonna eliminate the threat. Ain't no woman no threat to no man. You hit me, I'm gonna kill you, and you're a woman. First of all, men don't even fight with women, not real ones. They feel like it make them less than a man. Any man that hit a woman pathetic anyways. You have real men. If you hit me, you been had a problem. Okay, you have real men. I grew up around hardcore street dudes. They said, man, it make me feel less than a man to be sitting up putting my hands on a woman. Why would I put my hands on her? I just go be with a woman that ain't gonna give me no problems. I'm not saying I agree with everything they did as far as them, they had plenty of women, but they didn't go hit no women. They felt like it made them less than a man to hit a woman. They didn't even argue with women. I know what you're saying, but I'm saying in general. I'm talking about the men that I knew. They didn't even argue with no woman. But you got men now, and I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying you got men in their late 30s and 40s and 50s talking about, I'm gonna put a hit on a woman because she's getting more YouTube. She might surpass me in YouTube. I'm telling you, it's happening. D-Cat Daddy says, my daddy never laid a hand on my mother. 52 years. I'm telling you, real men don't hit no women. They ain't going to be cussing at them. They not going to be arguing with them. They'll sit and look right in the TV. Because they already know I'm going to do what I want to do anyways. I'm not going to argue with her. Okay. Well, my grandmama used to fuss at my granddad. My granddad, he was a man's man. Very manly and strong. And big and tall. Okay. He was just very intimidating in stature. He would look right at the TV. He would act just like he didn't hear it, stare right at the TV. He never had a word to say. He didn't get up. Be men like that pathetic. Anytime a man can out argue a woman, you might need to check his phone to see who he's talking to. And it usually ain't no other woman. He got a relationship going on with another man. Okay. Follow me on IG says I don't even like to argue. I used to date this guy, and I promise he wasn't no good, but I sure did like him. I would be cussing him out, and then he would call back later and say, "Baby, now you feel better. You got that out. You feel better. You ready to go eat?" I said, I'm ready." Joe Loves God says he's wearing her pink undies. Got it going on with his life with Angela and left him out to dry. But you said at the beginning this was going to happen. I sure did. I said it was going to happen. Well, Elohim, normally when women fuss, it's because a man has done something to make her fuss. These men need to stop with their philandering ways. Yeah, it's a hacker. I think they're hacking through. Okay, okay. If we could only have Gotti or Youngster to go to jail, who we choosing? Lamont says the whole CMG is trash. If we could only have Gotti or Youngster go to jail, who we choosing? I'm choosing Big Five here. Yeah, if it would be a hard choose, but if I had to choose, it would be Gotti because Gotti is at the core of all of this stuff. He is the person that got all this stuff started. Follow me on IG. How I sound toxic? I am not toxic. Why would you say that? He gonna say I sound toxic. Well, I'm not. I'm not a toxic person at all. You sound toxic. I know it. Yes, they are. Rest in peace, young dog. They came in here trolling. They was mad about me doing this video. They was mad about the title. Somehow they hacking. I'm looking at my numbers, and they hacks through StreamYard. So if any of you all are unsubscribed, what they do is they go in and they start unsubscribing my subscribers. That's what they do to try to mess with my numbers. They sick. They pathetic. I've been looking at my numbers going up and down, my subscribers going up and down constantly. These hackers sick. I'll be so glad when the FBI finishes their investigation. I'm so ready for them to go to jail. It don't make no sense. So what they do is they go and they start unsubscribing my subscribers. So if y'all unsubscribe, just subscribe again, and hopefully some of them will die. They'll get hit by a bus or something. But I'd rather see them rotting in jail. I'd rather see them because they stealing identities. They doing identity theft and all of that too. So they're gonna be going for the long road. So if y'all find that y'all been unsubscribed, just subscribe again. um there's this sector that hires hackers. I'll be glad when all of them go to jail. Okay, because they think they're gonna be the only ones left on YouTube, but they not. They're gonna be the ones going to jail. They hired by CMG, and they steal people's identities too. Okay, that's what they do. They hacks. They got hackers. They went and got hackers and brought it to their sector so that they could try and scare people off from other people's channels. That is the nature of the beast when you're dealing with a bunch of low life, bottom feeding cuckabug heads that ain't never been used to nothing. Okay. And one of the YouTubers that they said is at the very core of this. Yeah, Morgan and Morgan is suing Facebook, and I'm going to talk to somebody to see about getting them to sue about YouTube, because I had already gotten 2 lawyers. Okay, one I have to use for defamation, anyways. Okay, because these folks think that they supposed to be over here, get on here and defame your character. Okay, because they mad at you, because they jealous hearted. Okay, but there's this one guy that they're saying that is over this sector. Folks have gotten on my channel and tried to talk bad about him. They say he tell his folks to go get her, start a beef with her, do this, do that. Nigga, I wouldn't even let nobody talk about you, and they've been trying to run you, even when I had some doubts about you. But they say he been doing it. They say he send the people in his sector out to go bully folks. Not only that, but they stealing folks' identities. I was shocked, because I said I ain't never had no issues with that man. Okay? But they say this is something he been doing. I can't understand these women. These women act just like they some brain dead chicks. I don't know what's going on. How they let some man send them out to go and troll another woman. D1 says Morgan and Morgan is suing Facebook class action lawsuit for content. I'm hiring them to file a class action on YouTube. Anybody want to get on this YouTube lawsuit? Let me know, because as a matter of fact, that's where I got to go tomorrow, over to Morgan and Morgan, because these folks are stealing identities. It will make YouTube oh my God, follow me on IG. Lord have mercy. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. He said I sucks toes. Lord have mercy. Oh my God, Lord have mercy. That just came from out of nowhere. Now, he told me I was toxic, and then the next thing I know, he said he sucked toes. I tell you. Lord have mercy. I tell you, these folks, I didn't know people trolled at 2:00 in the morning. I didn't know it. Toe jam breath. They say you got toe jam breath. Out of all the things to say, he just out to say I sucks toes. Lord have mercy. Oh Lord, I don't know what to think of these people. I tell you, they doing anything. Sucking toes. I had seen it all when Trick Daddy started talking about he eat booty. I mean, this world, I don't know what this world is coming to. I just don't know what it's coming to no more. Y'all, if they unsubscribed y'all, make sure y'all subscribe yourself again, because the hackers, they getting in through StreamYard. Okay. He said, I take my girl to get her feet done. Lord have mercy. It's been like that when we were kids and before we were born. And Joe Loves God says he's a straight freak with Frito smelling breath. He says, no, you're not reading everything. You picking and choosing what you read. He said, boy, I take my girl to get her feet done. Lord have mercy. Gangsta Love says, grab your pearls. Demon says, sucking toes, golden showers, poop baths. What the F is going on? These folks have lost their mind. Don't you know? I was trying to figure out what was going on when Trick Daddy was walking around with a t-shirt on, talk about the booty eating gang, y'all. I mean, I just don't understand what's going on. And then you had Young Miami talking about she like golden showers. I mean, that's the reason why these folks are sick. They got hepatitis, eyes and stuff, yellow. You think they high and they got hepatitis because y'all know you can get hepatitis from pee. And that's what's going on. He said, I meant to say my woman. Mm. I meant to please my woman. He could have been talking about another man and just calling him a lady. He's making all the money now. Gotti can't get no money. Mm. All right, y'all. We've been on here. It's 1:30. And it's still 200 people on here. It's still 200 people on here. It's still 226 people on here. He said, grab your pearls. I know y'all sleepy. I'm getting ready to go back here and pray with my mother so she can go to bed. I said, my woman, but you running everywhere with it. Show me you're toxic. No, whatever. Well, I guess everybody might be a little toxic. To include you, that's the reason why you keep saying it. I think everybody got a little toxicity in them because men start stuff that they don't want to finish. If you start something and you piss me off, I'm going to. If you're my man, of course I'm a cut up. I'm going to cut up because if I'm not happy, he's not going to be happy either. If he does something to make me unhappy, I'm gonna make sure he ain't happy because I'm gonna cut all kinds of shines until I feel better. Demo Publican says diamonds and pearls. It says when people talk like that about other people, they really talked about themselves. Demo Publican says diamonds and pearls, like Prince was singing in that one song, Gangsta Love. Yes, if you guys haven't already, please hit the like button. Follow me on IG. Did you hit the like button? Did you hit the like button? Follow me on IG, Big CEO Trap Money. Did you hit the like button? Because you're doing a lot of talking, and I don't know if you done hit the like button or not. Hmm. He said, I hit it twice. Lord have mercy. Okay, you guys. I think it's all false. Joe says he think it's false. I'm sure, but $5,000 a month got her going crazy. Joe says that he thinks it's false. We'll see. We gonna see. All right, y'all. Okay, I'm getting ready to get out. I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. It has been an absolute pleasure. Before we get off, I want to say a prayer. First of all, I just thank you all for getting on. I ask God to cover you and your families and me and my family. No weapon formed against any of us shall prosper. Any lying tongue that rises up against any of us will be condemned. I ask God to watch over you all tonight as you sleep, to protect your homes, to protect your families, to be with you all as you get up and go to work in the morning. For those of you all that have to get up and work tomorrow, I ask God to go before you, to make the highways and the byways safe as you travel to and fro. Um, I thank you all for your support of my channel as always. Um, I don't take it lightly. I don't take it lightly. I appreciate you guys so much. Even the trolls that come in, make sure you hit the like button, okay? Make sure you hit that like button. I thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I think I'll get on tomorrow night. How about that? We'll get on tomorrow night. And I'll probably be dropping a video, but I love you guys so very much. May you all sleep peacefully tonight. I'll talk with you later.